Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Trek YT here, or Nick, back at it again with another episode of the Inspiration series. And in today's episode, we've got a pretty magnificent build in the background, and I've gotten a lot of inspiration ideas from this. Like, I was looking at this earlier, overviewing this map specifically, and there's a lot of great things in this map that you can take inspiration from. So without further ado, guys, let's jump right into it. So starting things off, you can really take inspiration from this magnificent palace or castle, whatever you want to call it. The architecture in this is absolutely amazing. Like, there's so many different shapes and designs built into the front of this that looks absolutely cool. Like, we've got all these random little shapes right here, and it's all really just outlined with one block. It's all sandstone with a red back layer. So it's background of red with all these great I guess using stairs and slabs, all these great architectural, feats coming from this. So you can really see how they used a ton of layers in this. You can see that they really outlined the focal points, so they would put this massive straight outline right here. Then they put all the details on the inside, and then whenever they wanted to, put details up top, they would always lay a background of a certain color, like red or maybe even yellow right there. And then they would just put cool, awesome patterns and shapes with stairs and slabs to create this awesome effect in this build. And I think that's an awesome idea. I already do that, but I think it's just a really cool example to show you how important it is to, put depth into your build. Now, one of the things that I like the most about this is every single tree that's around here. I really have never done this, but I think it's really cool how they implemented this is using different blocks other than leaves, using reds to, simulate like a cherry blossom tree or something like that. So using a bunch of different red blocks like netherrack, wool, glass, even like glass in a tree, that's pretty cool. But the way that they did it in all of these trees all around, it really executed it really well. And then they have all of these trees going up the side, and then this is basically like the leaves coming down, being ingrown into the landscape. I just think that the idea of using blocks other than leaves blocks for trees is just really cool. And it actually is pretty cool because these trees are technically real trees in real life. So there are real trees that are pink and red in real life, which I think is really cool that they were able to simulate that in Minecraft. Now I'm looking at this palace right now, and I can see that they really use symmetry really well in here, because everything from right down this line right here all the way down is 100% symmetrical on either side. There may be a little bit of organic building on either side, but for the most part, it's really just one big symmetrical build, which I really like. And there's also another castle when you switch over to this side, which is not organic, but there is a lot of repetition in it. But I think that what makes massive builds and really cool, awesome castles look really good is because you really are looking at a structured build. There's not too much to look like over there, over there, over there. So building in massive structures, I think symmetry is a really important key to keep in mind, because it really keeps things more organized and doesn't really look too cluttered when you have such awesome detail in it, but it's really all symmetrical. One thing that I really am happy that has been done in this build is that everything is textured. Every single thing, like this roof right here is textured, all of the trees are textured, all of the grass down here is textured, even like the side of the cliffs over there are textured. I just really like that builders using that idea as texturing, because that's just one thing that makes everything look really great, because they could have left these walls just all flat stone, but no, they decided to mix in some diorite and granite, which I think is a great idea, because texturing, it's just one of the most important things in building, because it just adds more characteristic to a build without even changing any structural points. It's just changing a couple of the blocks, which I think is really easy, because if you just do world edit, it can make it really easy, because I can tell that this build was 100% built with world edit, because you can just tell by these trees right here that they used a brush technique, because they didn't really go around and hand place it, which is fine. I think it looks great still. I can tell that this is done all with world edit, which most builders use world edit. And what also I'm looking over here real quick is I really like how they put this into the mountain. Like, it just doesn't just stop abruptly. Like, they really worked it into the mountain, which I think is actually really cool as well. One thing that I'm really gonna probably take inspiration from if I ever decide to do like a massive waterfall build is they put cobwebs down here. Now I'm gonna go down a little bit. It may look less cool from down here, but it does look cool from far away, is they used cobwebs to simulate like the white water in like a massive like running water. So a waterfall will have white water when it's starting to move really quickly. I don't know why water turns to pure white when it's moving really quickly, but I think it's really cool that they were actually able to implement this into here, and it's actually something that I will take inspiration from if I ever decide to do some sort of waterfall build or something like that. I think this is a really cool idea. I think right here is a really cool picture. You can really just see all these waterfalls coming down from this massive cliffside all around. I think that really is just really cool. I just like how grand this build is, and I think that if I were to do a castle build like this, I would probably have to do something as grand as this, because they really set the scene by having all these massive landscapes all around to just set that this is a huge, immense, magnificent castle. One thing that I really like that they did is they added hanging light underneath their bridge. I think that's really cool. I haven't really seen that too often, but they also just put it in random places too. It's not very, or it's pretty organically placed, like different heights, different locations. I think this is a really cool idea right here. It just adds a little bit more characteristic to this bridge rather than just having a random bridge spacing the gaps. So I think that's also a really cool technique. And they've also got some more bridges over here. They did not do that same technique over here, but these bridges are really nice. Very architectural and very, I guess, not out of ordinary. I guess it's really symmetric, but it just works really well, because bridges that, you know, every bridge can be done in its own way. Like that bridge is sort of organic, while these bridges are more geometric. I think that, I guess, the person who built this really knew what they were doing, and I think it's just one person that built this. I'm gonna leave their name down in the description so you guys can check them out if you would like. Now, looking from right here, looking at this thing that, I guess, I don't even know what you would call this, but this architectural piece right here really makes me think of like a cathedral, and makes me really want to build a cathedral. Now, if you guys would like me to build a cathedral and then do a showcase of that build, let me know down in the comment section below. I have tried to start building a cathedral in the past, and then I got bored and stopped. But if you guys would like me to build a cathedral, I think that would be a really cool build, just for me to feel accomplished that I was able to successfully build a cathedral. And I think it would also be really cool to, I guess, show you guys a lot of the techniques that I would be using to build it. Like this right here really simulates a cathedral to me, because it really has this one grand arc roof on the top, but then it has all these, I guess, like structures that come off the side. And I see this in a lot of cathedral builds, and I think that would be really cool if I were to do my own version. Now, really stemming back to this build, one thing that I really wish that they have done, which it may change it drastically, but I wish that they added a couple more block choices in here. Really, all that I'm seeing is like tan and red. I think that adding like maybe one more color would have made this build just that much cooler, but I think that might actually change it too much. That just is my opinion, but you guys may think that this looks great. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. I'm just saying, like, I think adding like one more block choice into the mix probably would have made it look even better, just because it really is just a lot of tan. Like, there's a lot of tan that I just think that adding a little bit more color in there maybe make it a little bit better. But I think what they were really focusing on this was the architecture. All the stairs and slabs that they've placed was really their main focus rather than block choice. And I think that would have added a little bit too much to their play to build. So I think that this build looks absolutely amazing, and if you guys do as well, let me know down in the comment section below. So if you guys do enjoy these inspiration series, I enjoyed them just for myself almost, because I'm looking at these magnificent builds every single episode, and then I can take inspiration from it, just like I did that cobwebs at the bottom of a waterfall. I took a lot of inspiration from that. I think that's actually a really cool idea. So if you guys are going to enjoy this series as much as me, let me know again down in the comment section below. I really do check every comment out. I really do enjoy looking at those, and I really just am, you guys are really killing it with the support lately, and I'm really happy with that. My channel is doing better than ever. We're about to hit 2,000 subscribers. We're going to have two special videos for that, a Q&A with my girlfriend, and then we're going to be doing a setup video, which I think is going to be probably one of my more amazing videos, because you guys can see what I work with to make these awesome videos, which I think I'm pretty proud of my setup. I think it's pretty cool. So if you guys are excited for that, get me to 2K faster, and those videos will be out. And as always, guys, I love you all. See you guys later. Peace out.